This is Eat, Sleep, Invest, the marketing podcast for real estate investors to get more deals.
So after startup phase, like that was one season, right? Like we were getting things going, building staff, getting to a solid bottom line, stuff like that. And then we got a bit of the, shiny object syndrome that so many entrepreneurs deal with, where we just wanted to do everything. We were running our lending company, of course, always been plan A. We were buying properties. We were launching websites, wrote a couple books, selling some stuff online. Like we were just trying to do everything under the sun. That was kind of the second season, right? It was a great time, a great learning experience. We got more public with us and what we were doing, and became pretty well known around the local real estate market, as we had been before, but that kind of expanded. And then over time, you start to realize that I'm doing all these things, but which are the truly profitable ones, right? Like, are we spending more of our time on all this stuff over here? Because, some people can run, like a Gary Vee or somebody like that. He can run 12 companies at a time. I can't. I can't run 12 companies at a time. It doesn't work for me. I can run a couple well, but that's about it in terms of focus. And so over time, and this wasn't like a conscious thought, like we just kind of went through the process and grew and matured, right? And so over the years, so then like 5 years after that, like in the, I don't know, maybe 2017, 18, 19 timeframe, we started shedding some of the side deals, some of the side gigs that weren't profitable. They were just kind of being done to be done, and focused in and doubled down on the stuff that really, really affected the bottom line in a positive way, right? And so we matured as business owners, as real estate entrepreneurs, kind of naturally. And again, it wasn't like a conversation of like, oh, we got to shed all this stuff. We gravitated towards what we knew worked, right? And then we expanded geographic markets a couple times in lending, brought on some partners to do so. And that was a big win. Later on, we ended up selling off our residential rentals. So we had 18 or 19, something like that, which we sold. I mean, the market timing was good. Like we were buying in 14 and 15 and selling in 20 and 21. So like that portfolio, the cash flow wasn't super impressive. It was more work than it was money, which I don't like. The work put in for the money coming out is how we gauge most everything, right? And it wasn't there for us in that niche. And so we sold our residential rentals one at a time, basically. Maybe we sold a couple at a time, but it wasn't like a package deal, right? Divested from that. And around that time, we started learning how to do equity deals as well. We had gotten more into the lending on commercial, and then we started learning how to co-own and invest equity in multifamily, office, and storage. And so that's become a nice side gig for us in that we don't have to manage it. We invest with just a couple operators that we know well, trust, and it's been a good expansion for us in terms of deploying our capital, some more investor capital. You get that K1 with write-offs instead of just straight fees on the lending side. So it's been a good extension of our natural business.
So what are you doing on that side? You're investing in the commercial or the commercial multis, things like that. And instead of it being a hard money, they got to pay back in 12 months, you're taking equity and just K1s and more longer term, right?
Longer term for sure. And we've done a couple of different arrangements. We've done straight equity without any debt involved. We've done debt for equity. So in essence, like do a loan at cost on a storage property, for example, and then take some equity instead of fees. And then we've done both. On certain projects, we've done both, like the upfront financing in terms of the first mortgage, and then came in with some equity as well, and then plan to be refinanced out, and we've gotten refinanced out on several of those deals, and we get to stay in. It's been pretty good. It's been a good extension for us.